Hey folks, welcome to Top 3 in Cybersecurity, a bite-sized view of 3 of the most important news stories in cybersecurity this week. Now let's jump in. Coming in at number 1 this week is a follow-up story to the international chaos caused by Crowdstrike last week. Now, Crowdstrike has completed its analysis of the outage and determined that the bug was a byproduct of its rapid release process. Now, this process is designed for when Crowdstrike detects an urgent threat and allows for a rapid release of an update to the Falcon sensor to block that threat. Similar to the way that antivirus vendors will release signature updates when a new virus is detected, this configuration change to a sensor doesn't require a full update of the software, and so is something that's typically sent out with very lightweight testing. CrowdStrike understands the error in this and has revised their release process for these updates in the future and is adding several layers of testing as well as a staggered release schedule to avoid this level of catastrophic impact in the future. Okay, coming in number 2 this week is an entertaining story from cybersecurity awareness provider KnowBe4. So this week, KnowBe4 released a actually very interesting blog post detailing how one of their recent hires ended up being a North Korean hacker. By accident, obviously. They were hiring for a role on their software engineering team, specifically the AI team, but unbeknownst to them, after what appears to be a very regular and thorough hiring process that included due diligence, background checks, video interviews, the person passed, was hired, and immediately upon getting their laptop, started loading it up with malware. So the KnowBe4 team quickly detected all this malware, quarantined it, tried to talk to the person. They got very squirrely about everything and disconnected, and so KnowBe4 shut it all down rather quickly. No impact is expected here, but really the interesting part of this is, as Brian Krebs said, if this can happen to a security awareness company, it can happen to anyone. So we just need to be very careful out there, folks. All right, coming in number 3 this week is a story of a massive acquisition and then breakup of cybersecurity company Wiz. So Google and Wiz originally agreed to terms to acquire the company for $23 billion, but after concerns of regulatory approval and some board discussions, Wiz has decided to walk away and pursue an IPO instead. This would have been a massive cybersecurity acquisition, in fact, Google's largest acquisition in its history. It will be interesting to see how Wiz, how quickly they move to IPO, considering the current IPO market, but it will be celebrated whenever they do it, as it's darling of cybersecurity startups, one of the fastest growing startups of all time, and have had incredible growth since very short history, only being founded in 2020. Okay, that's it for this week. I hope everyone has enjoyed this bite-sized view of cybersecurity news. I'll catch everyone next week.